kind of just want to sit with this for a second. I'm emotionally complicated tonight. The panelverse is getting intense. I worry that the contest may have unleashed more war than restored peace. So what I want to do tonight, I want to talk a little bit about some of my thoughts on the contest. I want to get my side on record, and I would like to have a clarifying conversation with Moose at some point, because I worry that something's going on with us, and it might have cost us our friendship. And I know you've gone around the panelverse having these healing conversations with everybody else, and I feel like it would be good for you and I to have one, because I'm confused about a lot of things, and I have a lot of emotions, but it comes from the confusion. So once the confusion's cleared up, I could sort out the emotions. I started, now, if you remember, I was through with the panelverse. I thought y'all were all trash. I didn't want anything to do with the panelverse. Y'all were dysfunctional, toxic cesspool. There were a lot of people that were convincing me to look at it otherwise, and Moose was one of them. And I believe they were right. I think that was a growth moment for me. Moose and Landry went around and other people, and they started making peace and having these healing conversations. I got inspired by that. I started to try to find ways to have them on this channel. I still am. We have other ways now that we're built, like trying to put in place to resolve conflict and have conversation, and I would like to use those. I would like that to be the standard for how if there's any issues or difficulty, that we resolve them through communication and dialogue. And so that I'm attempting to do my version of that here around this contest. So I got very excited, like I often do. I get inspired. I'm an idea person. I got inspired by the piece. I said, this is a great opportunity. Actually, what I said was, this is not going to last unless we do something to help make it last. I said, what can we do? We can maybe try to work together on projects now that we're not fighting, and we can take the time to get to know each other better now that we're not fighting. And so that's what I put out there. That was the idea that got all this rolling. I put it out in the spirit of a fun little contest between friends, like a little friendly competition. It was not Academy Award, Madison Square Garden, Oscar level production. That's not ever what I had in mind, ever. I thought we could all just like if you were hanging out at somebody's house and they said, hey, why don't we team up and do projects and we'll show them off at the end of the night. It was that casual and informal. I was very impressed that the idea got a lot of traction. And all of these people were stepping up. And I said, this is great, because I was hoping to community build with this. And this is exactly what's happening. We got DJM as the head judge. I think she did a great job. She organized the rest of the judges. Snow was an assistant, and she did a lot of organizing. OTW stepped up, and we got to use this platform, which I still think was the right place. I'm going to defend that decision. You can have whatever opinion you want. I was happy to have it over there. And I think he did a great job producing. And all of these people stepped up and said, hey, we want to help with this. We want to help make your vision better, or as good as it can be. And that really kind of touched me. And I appreciated that. And so thank all of you. One issue that I noticed was that I think in that process there was some role confusion, and the people that were in charge of the judges stuff kind of tried to take more control over the rest of it than maybe was warranted. And sometimes I had to step in and draw some pretty heavy boundaries there, because I was still determined to be the organizer and have it be my contest, or at least my idea. That was the deal. I didn't even take any money. I got no money off of this. I wanted to see if we could pull off this idea. They could have it at OTWs, they could have the judges they want. I wanted to open that creativity to people and let them run with it. That's what I was trying to do with this. It was in the spirit of creativity, one of our 5 pillars here. Um, all I asked is that I get to host it and my name be attached to the project. And I got that. I'm satisfied with all of that. At some point on this stream, I believe, Landry and I started kind of collaborating on the contest and decided we would co-host. It would be a MMLA Gen X Jeff joint venture, and that we would each give a gift card to the winner. We would chip in for the gift card. Joe Cool, I owe you a gift card. Let me know what you want. Let me know where you want to eat. Let me know what kind of chicken. Anything. $25. Um, so far so good, I think. There were some issues with people dropping out of the contest. And here is where, like I said, originally it was informal. Let's just get whoever we can that even wants to participate and throw them together. So that was the initial lineup. If I did it again, I would vet the contestants. I would have them sign an agreement to participate and not drop out. I would have someone suggested having an entry fee, like you pay to enter, and then that gives you a pot to have prize money from. So I would do something like that to where there's commitment and investment, and not just random people raising their hands saying I want to do it, but not really having the time or wanting to do it. So that caused a little bit of chaos in the beginning, but eventually we got the partners sorted out. We rematched some people in the middle of the week. I lost 2 partners. I had one partner I started with. We weren't able to make it happen. I got assigned to a second partner. We weren't able to make the connection for whatever reason. So I was going to drop out. I was going to say, I will sit this one out and we can just have the teams that we had. Moose is the person who pushed for that not to happen. He's like, no, you need to be in this. I want you to be in this. To the point that he was willing to step up on the panel and say, look, I have an idea. I don't have a partner either. Why don't we do a live collaboration here on panel? We'll be partners. That happened like, I don't know, 2 or 3 days before the contest. So I want to talk about my part of our process because I heard Moose today, and Moose has not spoken to me since the contest. He sent me the link to the video. I submitted it. I hosted it. I haven't heard a single thing from him today. I don't know if that signals something or not. I just know these are the facts. He came up on stream. We did a song idea. He put it together. I really liked it. We worked it out. Then he did a second song as another option, and we kind of tossed between those two. Hey, Alan. And that's kind of where it stayed. And then my understanding of the project was that after we brainstormed and came up with a shared concept, he would go off and make the video because I don't have the video capability that he does, or even the music capability. So far so good. I thought that that was Moose's role and that he agreed that that was going to be his part of the thing. And we were going to do the brainstorming. And then after the project was done, we would do a review and I would give my feedback and then we would make changes and give a final product like we did on here where he brought the video and I told him what worked, didn't work, and he went back and changed it. My understanding was there was going to be a part of the process where I would get to come in at the end and we would do a collaborative feedback review of the rough draft, and that would be an additional part of my contribution. So the brainstorming and then getting the final product formulated. Somehow that changed, and it was not communicated to me. So I acted in good faith. I was executing everything I thought we had agreed to execute on stream. And this is a pattern because it's been happening with other people. So I'm not even singling out Moose. It just hits home more with Moose. And I don't remember the timeline from there, but like we didn't have a lot of time to put the project together. So I think the day before or maybe even the day of, he messages me with this new song that he came up with on his own and this concept that he came up with on his own. I was fine with that. I didn't mind that at all. If that's what inspired, I said, you're the artist, do what's going to make the best video. If you have to change our concept, make it something else. And it was me as the pimp. And he sent me some photos of the pimp to look at. He didn't specifically say, these are the final photos, make all of your changes because we won't be able to make any changes after this. He's just kind of, this is the idea, what do you think? And I was really focused on the costumes. And so I gave him some costume suggestions. I didn't really pay attention to the rest, and I should have. That was an opportunity where I should have. That's where I glitched out. I take responsibility for that. I could have given feedback on the wig. I could have told him to add antlers, all of that stuff. I just wasn't focused on that part of the pictures, and I thought we were going to have this final review to do all of that in. That was my understanding. So I didn't think at the time that that was my last chance to give any feedback before the final project. And he could have looked at the video, I mean the image himself, and saw that it didn't look like me and needed antlers or a different wig and all that. So I didn't think I was given anything that wasn't obvious to anybody. So he puts the video together, and then I thought that, okay, now I get to tell him, give him my feedback on the video. And really, there was almost not a single thing I recommended changing other than the look of the pimp to make it look a little more like me. That's it. He said there's not time. And this is where I'm going to switch into emotion mode because I don't know. I don't have facts on this. I don't know if this is the case. I'm working in the dark here. He seemed irritated that I didn't tell him all of this when he showed me the picture. So now he has to go. He can't go back and do another like that. There was no final review. And that surprised me because I thought an additional part of my collaboration was going to be the final review. So when I heard him presenting the contest today, he made it seem like I had very little role and I was part of the reason that the changes didn't get made. And that's just not, that is not what happened on my end of the process. That is not how I understand it at all. So I kind of felt thrown under the bus, like kind of set up and thrown under the bus for something that I was working off of the playbook that everybody agreed on. Moose changed the concept, and I thought there was going to be a final review. And I didn't know when I got sent the pictures that that was my only moment to make changes. That was not communicated. So Moose and I both had these little communication glitches that affected the final product. I loved the video. I think the criticisms were very minor. I think the video worked. I think it was a wonderful collaboration between both of us. It showed my spirit. It showed his video artistry. I loved it. I was excited by it. I had no idea that he had a different experience of it. I feel terrible. I feel hurt. I feel like I let the project down somehow, even though I know I did. When I go over it in my mind, I don't know what I did wrong. And I'm very confused. And I feel like what should have been a fun collaboration, somehow I'm the fall guy in all of it. And for the contest. And like I said, this is a pattern. It's not only Moose, so I'm not singling him out. But I don't know how to be in a community where the pattern is I try to do what I think I'm supposed to do and what the community wants me to do. And then I get penalized. It gets reframed and I get penalized as the problem in the community. And that's a deep, deep wound for me. It goes way back to childhood. And I don't know what to do about it. So that's why I'm here at the campfire. This is my conversation that I'm bringing here today. I want to focus on the emotional side, my emotion mode. I'm mainly confused. I got the gut punch today. It was a gut punch to watch the narrative be so different from the reality that I thought we were working off of when we were communicating. It hurt, but underneath the confusion is frustration with myself. And then there's the hurt and anger, just waiting to come up, waiting to come up, waiting to come up. But it can't come up until it knows the facts. And usually when it knows the facts, the hate and anger is not necessary. So I'm kind of in that transitional state of confusion, unknown, but emotionally turbulent. Because Moose's version of the contest and his expectations of it and his contributions to it, and same with the project, don't match mine. And it seems like I'm the one that's being set up to be. And the contest, fine, I'll take it. So that's my share to the campfire tonight. I'm going to drop the link. Wait, why do I have two StreamYards? Who is Bubba? Yes, I am. I am. Who is Bubba? I'm thinking about taking a little break from this completely. Actually, this is just too. It, it's too much confusion. I can work with a lot of things, but confusion is really hard to work with. Yeah, Fats, I know that, but Moose and I had built up a lot of it's different because it's Moose. We just I don't know. I thought we just had different. Just this is not what me and Moose do. It's not, and that's what I'm confused about. Oh, Bill Clinton. Okay. I'm not interested in the Epstein gossip at all. You could take that to another channel right now. This is Community Campfire. We're having personal conversations. We're opening up. We're being vulnerable. We're trying to heal and restore community and all that stuff. So, not tonight with the Epstein stuff. Thank you. Oh, and we have some more. I don't know if it's cow and chicken. It's some Russian people from Frank. So anyway, I think did I pin the link? Yeah, it's pinned. All right, panel's open. Campfire's open. Come on up. I said my piece. Y'all can talk about yours. There's a lot of control freaks in the panel, I learned, and a lot of creative egos. We bumped heads a bit. We bruised heads a bit. I'm going to block you, time you out, Sean, if you keep it up. I don't want that conversation in my chat today. Please respect that. All right. I don't know. There was some Epstein gossip that dropped, and that's all people want to talk about. They can. There's. I promise you, there's 100 channels y'all could talk about that on right now. Please don't come on my channel when I need this space right now for this. This can be a make or break moment for the community. So I want to keep this space free for these kind of conversations. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect from the judge. I liked Kev and Nev actually. That's the kind of judging I like. I want to be put through the most brutal judging possible. Don't hold back. Like I want every ugly, hateful thing you have to say about my project because that's gonna make me better. I wear my emotions on my sleeve, Alan. It's hard for me to mask. I'm very all over the place emotionally right now because something's going on with somebody that I had a lot of trust with and connection with. I think I don't know. I don't know anything about Kev Browns. I just know he was entertaining. I liked his criticism, his critique. He had that judge eye, judgmental eye, critical eye. I love a critical eye. Nev had that. Now, another thing I'll say about this is another thing I would change, and they may change. They may change it, but I would have judges' criteria. I would have the judges. I would have the criteria for judging explained ahead of time. Well, if there's something going on with Moose, I guess this is my issue. Moose and I have established the type of relationship that if there's something going on, he can come and talk to me. And it's like instead of, it's being handled in a different way than that. I've tried to talk to him today. I haven't heard from him all day. I'm not getting responses. Something's just off, and it's not our usual pattern of if you have a problem, what's going on? You could talk to me. And so I don't know how to read any of that. And so because I don't have those channels of communication, I'm attempting to make it into a community campfire thing so that I can get my part of it at least cleared with the community. But what I would really like is a conversation with Moose. And I know that he can have them because he had them with everybody else in the panelverse. So I'm just asking for one for myself. But I left the aesthetic criteria to the judges. Because I didn't have a plan for judging at all. I said the audience will do it, or we'll find some way to just informally pick a winner. It was not that big of a deal to me. Like I said, it was panelverse people coming together for a fun project. So I wasn't that caught up on how we were going to pick a winner. All that it was just all going to work out somehow. When people stepped up and wanted to have an actual judges panel, I said, "Fantastic! That's beyond the level I even thought it was going to be at." So I left all of the judging criteria to them. If they're going to judge, I will let them figure out what they want to judge on, how they're going to judge, all of that. They had creative control over the judging. And I did that deliberately. I wanted that to be their part of the creativity. And each judge kind of had what they were looking for, but I don't think that was communicated early enough ahead of time. I think that needs to be communicated at the beginning, or once they put the judges panel together, have a meeting, let the judges figure out what the criteria are, and then put it out there to the contestants. That's another thing I would change. I would have clear lines of communication between the contestants. I would get contact information, email, Discord. I would make sure that all works. I would make sure I had a way to contact any contestant at any time that I needed to. So I think the lines of communication weren't as established as they could be. And even on my end, that's not a judge thing. Um, and I would have the criteria communicated earlier. So that's the things I would change with the judging. Because I think the judging was a little chaotic. I still think the same videos would have won. I still think Langy would have won. I still think Moose and I would have come second. I liked our video. And I enjoyed collaborating. I had a really good time collaborating with Moose, and I guess it really hurt me and disappointed me to hear that he did not have a good time, and part of it was because of something about me that I did or didn't do. And I really enjoyed the contest, and it hurt and disappointed me that Moose did not enjoy the contest, and again because of things about me or that I did or didn't do. And so I think at the bottom line, that's what I'm most. It just, I don't know. I feel like I let somebody down that it disappoints me to have let down. At the same time, I feel like I'm being unfairly narrated as well. So it's this mixed feeling of feeling hurt on his behalf for something I may have done, and anger that you're not going to throw me under the bus, not after the kind of friendship we spent all this time building up. No way. I didn't deserve that, and I would not do it to you. So don't you even fucking think about start doing it to me. So it's those two emotions. Like I feel really bad that Moose didn't enjoy the process and didn't enjoy the contest. At the same time, I'm only responsible for my part of that. Like there's many things Moose could have done to enjoy the contest better and the video process better. So I have to let him take responsibility for his end. I'm willing to take responsibility for mine. That seems like the adult thing to do. It is not a big deal to me what happened with the video. If it is not a big deal to me what happened to the contest. In the big picture thing, these are small things. What is important to me is the trust that we built up because it seemed genuine and valuable and rare, and the friendship that we built up. That was real on my part. That's what I'm more concerned about than the contest and the collaboration. That if there's an issue between us that I'm not aware of, please do me the courtesy of talking to me about it so I have an opportunity to be part of the solution. Don't shut me out if there's a problem. That's one of the things I talk about over here that people tend to do with me, and it's just really unfair, and I wouldn't do it to someone else. So that's what I'm asking, and that's where I'm at with that. Well, Landry did try to get me to go on the panel, but Landry and I had agreed on a previous stream that because of his impulsiveness of kicking me, like shutting me down all the time, that it's probably better for Landry and I to do our thing here and let him do his thing over there and just not try to integrate with that. Because there's the trust is not there with me and Landry yet. He's still prone to like Spurg censoring me. It's that what people are calling passive aggression. I think it's just shade. In the gay world, we call that shade. Like when you're talking to someone and you throw a little comment in. In the gay world, that's how they bond. It's called throwing shade. And so the idea is to like compliment the friend's outfit and then make a little dig at it at the same time. And it's playful, it's fun, it's affectionate, it creates bonding, community. So a lot of and my culture does that too. Cajun culture. We grew up like teasing each other as siblings and stuff like that. So I think a lot of people that are not used to that or from those cultures take that as me being mean or like I guess it's learning who I can play with and who I can't. Might be the thing to do. But I'm gonna assume if you're in my space that you can handle it. You can play back. But at the real bottom of this is I hate the feeling that I may have hurt other people. More than all the other stuff I'm talking about that people said or did about me, blah blah blah. I want to clean up my end up, my side of it. If I have hurt somebody, if I have done something that I'm not aware of, that's the feeling I want to clear up the most. I want to restore trust. I want to restore friendship. But I also don't want bullshit games being run on me. And it looks like that might be what's starting to happen. So I want to nip that right now. She is from New Orleans. I don't know if she's Cajun. Let's look her up. Because New Orleans is not really Cajun. It's French. Part like some of it is French, but the country French, not um, the Cajuns from Nova Scotia. They're more South Louisiana, like down in the swamps, and then Central Louisiana, where I'm from, on the prairies. But let's see what her heritage is. Oh, I didn't know she was Christian Scientist. Wow, my dad's side of the family is Christian Science. It was so weird going over to their house and growing up with them. They didn't have any medicine in their medicine cabinets, no aspirin or Tylenol or anything. It doesn't say what her ancestry is. Grusendorf is, oh no, that's her stepdad. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. All right, I think unless there's questions about the contest, I think I've given my thoughts. What I would do better, um, clean up my end of some of the chaos and difficulty, and try to figure out what's going on with a very important friendship to me, and see if I can keep that going. But I'm not playing games to do it. I'm setting a new standard here for how we have conversations and how we resolve conflict. So I'm available for that. If that's not going to work, let's talk about it or something. But that's what I'm offering, and that's what I would like in return. Honey deal, Helena. I think it was a success. I don't. I have to question the motives of somebody who would nitpick a contest like this, which is just an informal ad hoc, hey, why don't we do this fun thing together? I have to question people that would run that through like a white glove Karen filter and say, oh, it could have been 100 times more perfect. You call this a contest? Which is I think that's my issue. It was the spirit. I think there was some bad faith. And I'm not talking about Moose. I'm talking about some other people in general, that they approach the contest in bad faith instead of the spirit that I tried to suggest it in. And I guess maybe part of me is I didn't, there were too many cooks and I didn't keep enough out. But at the same time, if I had tried to be one of the few cooks, I would have got the daddy narrative. Yeah, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about how people work, what works, who works together, who doesn't, all that kind of stuff. But I want to say, and I will put my hand on whatever religious book you want. I went into this 100% with good faith. I went in there trying, bending over backwards to try to collaborate with everybody to make it work. I was not trying to sabotage it, be difficult, play game. I wasn't trying to do any of that. I was just trying to help the panelverse do something good. So if people think, if they want to hold that standard against me, be my guest. And if y'all think I had any other motive besides that, I didn't get money from it. I didn't get clout from it. I barely got views or numbers from it. I did this as kind of a personal passion project to show, I don't know, good faith with the panelverse, because I had been very hard on it. And it was kind of like my olive branch. And I don't regret doing it. I just regret, I don't know what I regret. I've been monologuing for like half an hour, but the link is pinned if somebody wants to come up. Um, I regret the social stuff. I regret whatever social stuff that I didn't pick up on or got confused or fucked up. That's always the stuff that gets me in trouble. But I went over it in my mind 1,000 times and I analyzed every part of the process and I cannot see where I did anything to try to mess up this contest for people or mess up their projects. Um, no, I have not, Frank, but we should look at your latest thing. Let's take an intermission break. Is it the Russian one with the people? The Russian lady and the hot Russian daddy? So wait, Brown's boy, are you saying that people pretended to be down with the contest and they could easily have pulled up a peaceful contest if they want, but they saw opportunities to make it something controversial because then they could run with some content for their channels to make like 40 or 50 bucks sometimes they make at the most? Is that what you're putting out there? That would be, I don't know, that would break a lot of trust if that and these people are good. I don't see the payoff. I don't see the payoff unless it's some kind of psychological sadism. Yes, that happened. That happened. There were some people that entered the contest in bad faith that didn't bring the peace that they led us to believe they were bringing. Yes. Well, what do you do about fake bitches other than leave them alone if you know they're fake? Neve was hilarious. I don't even like Neve. I loved her judgment. She could judge me any day. Frank, you and Neve would get along. Seriously, y'all should team up and collaborate. Like, go around panels or trolling, or you could have her on panel and you could double team from the chat with your troll. I do when I see them. I don't know if it's exposing a fake, but I expose what I notice. I expose things that don't match up. This person said this, but then this happened. This person said this on this panel, but they said this on this other panel, that kind of stuff. I don't know how fakes thrive on here in the first place for that reason. Everything is on camera 24 hours a day. You could go rewind it and see reality. So, what's the point of even trying to be fake? Is it for content? Do you think Landry and Moose are lying to me? Because that's a good lie. It lasted a long time. I think it's miscommunication and confusion. Because I didn't do anything to either one of anybody. I didn't do anything to anybody in this contest. I've tried to support them. I've never taken a negative action against them. So if I am now the bad guy for some reason, I would like to know why. There's people going around saying surprising things about my role in the contest and in the collaborations. Yeah, well, she was being a brat. I was asking for her judge number, and I'm the host. I'm the organizer of it was a respect thing. I'm the organizer of the contest and the host. And I'm really tired of I don't know how to earn respect here because it's something that I so easily give to people. I don't know how to clear extra bars just to get basic respect. There's no way I would go on somebody's panel and like work against the host like that. OTW did a good job. Hopefully it was a credit to his channel. And so Frank, you think Brown Boy is just being paranoid? Yes, this is what I will not if they're going to blame me, that's a line. That is a line. I explained my role in the contest. I explained my role in the project. If people want to make it something more or other than it was, that's on them, but they're being disingenuous when they do it. That's what I want called out. I didn't enter this with anything but the best of intentions. And if that's not appreciated or if it caused you a miserable week, I am fucking sorry. I did not intend that. They did. That's what inspired me because when we all met for that initial planning meeting, Cynthia, Landry, I don't remember who all else was there. Everybody was singing I want to teach the world to sing, and they were all buying each other Cokes. So if that was not real or if that was real but changed, that's what I was going off of. And if everybody seemed genuine and sincere about it at the time. They are. They're having a monthly. I'm not going to be involved, but they're having them monthly. The next one is December 17th. I'm not sure who's organizing it. It might be at OTW's. But I'm going to sit out this one. I'll probably sit out all the rest of them. I'll do my own thing over here. This was my attempt to collaborate with the Paddleverse, and I don't regret it. Like I said, I do consider it a success. Hey, Browns, weren't you making a website of all the dipshit cowards? Oh, I'm sorry. Look, Russian rock opera. Totally forgot. Let's get into that. This is by Just Frank. Frank, you make the sexiest cartoon daddies. What happened to her arm? That's a nice jacket.
Полуночный уличный фонарь, дыхание словно проклятие. Зашнуруй ботинки, чувствуй, как холод усиливается.
I can't stop focusing on her arm.
Подними воротник, ветер кусает, как ржавчина.
Well, Browns, I just don't want to believe that about Bruce. I just don't.
Торнады полны монет, а сердце полно доверия.
But the thing about Dusty is he's open.
Следы в ряд.
I mean, you can't fault a scammer that says, hey, I'm up here openly trying to get as much money as possible on my stream. And I even have a little bit of I don't have a problem with that at all. That's just the free market at work. Supply and demand. Even if it's creating Oh, sorry.
Ошибка, не кланяйся! Снежинки, как пули, но нас не запугать! Скамейка на автобусной остановке, железо замерзший трос. Споем кривой гимн теплу, которое Город тихо гудит, все радиаторы сломаны. Мы обмениваем свои истории на тепло. Смени сигарету на сказку. Вот все, что мы знаем. Холод, учитель, он учит стоять. Укуси синеву, и ты научишься командовать. Пах, шлюха, выплюнь серость. Мы будем танцевать на льду до рассвета. Кричи громко, растопи мрак. Мы зимняя толпа с замерзшими пальцами ног. Замерзшие пальцы ног. Топчи их, не показывай. Уйди, отряхнись, скажи холоду уйти. Эй, мы двигаемся, мы никогда не замерзали. Поднимите руки, топайте по ночи, замерзшие пальцы ног. Последний топ, последний смех снегу. Мы живы, мы громкие, с нашими замерзшими пальцами. Но
All right. Thank you, Frank, for that Russian rock opera. I still want to know what happened to her arm. Is that, you think, the bear? You don't know. Frank has all these little plot mysteries in his thumbnails. Is that the only one you have? We watched the other one this morning. The one with the, I think it was Vietnam. They were in the hay. That was the best one. Ever, ever, ever. Well, you might. You just may not know. You may have some very large gay men that sub to you. You probably do, in fact. And you may have some Owen. What's that guy's name? The Bear Tardia guy. Yeah, there's infinite number. You just get the AI to write you one. Just like there's AI music out there. Oh, they hate God and Islam? And you made one about, did you do an Islam chicken? You did is it the gospel one? All right, well. Oh, okay. And you only lost 2 subs? That's pretty good. I lose more than that and I don't even do offensive religious videos against the jihadist culture. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I don't, but I'm kidding about. All right, guys, where are we going tonight? What do you want to do? I'm sitting here at the campfire all by myself. Well, not really. I mean, you guys are here. Not Las is here with me. Frank, Sean. Is this the only people here? Yeah. Well, what do you want to do, guys? Anything on your mind? Anything you want to talk about? I've talked about all my shit. How are you, not Laws? Anything going on with you? You've been very helpful lately. Actually, do you have anything to say? Lollipop. He used to play video game. Like it was just him, like his video game on screen with the video game character playing the game, and he got way more subs than my channel ever had just doing that. Instead of coffee, switch to water. Who's as Hank is who trolling Frank or me? I'm definitely not trolling. I'm pretty miserable right now. If I'm trolling anybody, this is I'm trolling my own self. I hate this feeling. Only a few hundred? Frank, we got to get you out there. Moose was supposed to be working on that KFC deal for you. And hey, Philip, welcome. Well, this is your space. I'm just keeping it open. It's too early to end it. Not Laws, you should get into AI music. You could start making some songs to share our videos. I just had the idea to ask the AI stuff, like about this and get its perspective. I asked it, oh, here's a topic you can all help with. Charisma. Um, oh, okay. All right, Philip. I see the issue. It's like a double message, like I'm asking for feedback, and when people give feedback, I react like they're telling me to run my how to run my panel. And so then it gets confusing. Well, does he want feedback or not? And how do we do it in a way that's not going to set off his trait reactants? Um, how can I get what do I need to do? How can I get better at that? Because I do want feedback, and if my reactions are driving people away, then I'm not going to get the feedback that I want feedback from Nev. I want Nev to watch my show one day, and come over and rip me over the coals. That's what I want more than anything else. I want that nasty, hateful judge from last night to come and judge my channel. I would even pay. I will pay Nev to come here and give me feedback. So yes, yes. I don't know how to contact. If anybody knows Nev, please tell her it's an emergency. Jeff needs your judgment so bad right now. Um. All right. Here's what I propose, Philip. The community can brainstorm solutions on how to receive the feedback, but not take it as micromanagement. And I can ask the AI, and we could have a human AI battle, and we could see which one. And let me tell you, I did that today. This was the question of today. Hey, Shift, good to see you. Thank you. I need them. I need them so bad right now. I'm having a. I have it all kind of things. But we did. This is what I want to know. What is charisma? If you don't have charisma, can you acquire charisma? Are you stuck at your charisma level the rest of your life? And so what we did, we asked the AI and we asked the humans, and the AI gave me all these tips. And for a while, it looked like the AI was going to win. And then Zephyr came up, and she blew that AI out of the water. And then Not Lies started typing stuff in the chat that was 10 times, maybe 56 times better than what Charlie was giving me. And so Team Human is way ahead so far. So we could do another battle about feedback. Humans, give your ideas on how people can receive feedback without getting defensive and thinking that people are trying to control them. Because let me tell you one thing I'm realizing. As a control freak, we're more sensitive to being controlled by other people because we know what control we have it in us, so we recognize it right away when it's happening to us. Just like you can't bully a bully because they know, like bullies don't try to bully other bullies. They go find the people that are not bullies to bully. So I'm going to pull up the AI and you start giving your brainstorms and we'll see who wins this battle. What's the question? How can how can I better receive feedback about my channel without getting defensive and feeling like I'm being micromanaged? Trait reactants. All right, humans, go. And I'll give you a hint. It's already bringing in neurodivergence. So, because it knows I'm a spurg. Not laws. Will you send me those lyrics? I want to make an AI song, and it can be a collaboration between us, and then I'll play it, and I'll tell everyone it's me and Not Laz's collaboration, like Ebony and Ivory, Canada and America. Welcome. Are you coming to put in your entry? Hello? Hello? Uh-oh. Somebody get the net. I think we... Are you there? I predict she's not going to say it now because I'm predicting it. But if I hadn't predicted it, I bet she's going to say, "Can you hear me now?" Or, "Sorry, my microphone wasn't connected." But now she's going to think of something else to say because I tipped my hand. I do have to pee. Maybe we could do another.
Hello.
Oh my God! Hey,
I
what's
sorry.
up?
I don't know what's going on. I think I need to like reset my phone.
I thought you were coming on to compete with the AI.
Hello. I am gonna win.
Do you have Well, here's the question of the night for
No,
the
I
AI
came
to
up
answer.
here to totally derail.
Oh, okay.
Just for a moment.
All right, and then we'll get back to the AI.
Mm.
What are you
May
derailing
I?
about? Yes, please.
Okay. I just wanted to express gratitude to you, Jeff.
Is this a troll or a joke? Is there a punchline?
No, I'm serious. I think that um that collaboration, all the things was awesome. And I just wanted to acknowledge your efforts and all your energies. And um, it was
I thought it was
really,
awesome too.
yeah, I thought it was really cool.
It far exceeded what I thought it would be initially.
Yeah. And I just want to celebrate all the good stuff. I don't want to focus on any of the
Yeah, that's what see, I
hiccups.
think that's
Like,
what bothers me because people in the community that are normally about rah rah rah, cheerleading, celebrating the good are shitting all over this.
yeah,
And that's what's
that's,
bothering me. The people I normally can turn to help with that kind of like community spirit boosting are the ones most crapping on it.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to add to that. Um, and I just really want to say it to you directly because you're my, tether to it. And through that,
Well, I'm not tethered
I,
anymore. That's I'm not involved from here on out. That was my
oh,
contribution. They could take it from there and make it what they want.
okay. Well, again,
But I'm
for
glad
that,
that you A, I'm
for
glad that
that,
you co-hosted, and B, we have our talk show thing coming up
yes, that,
too.
yes. Do you want me to move on? I was
No,
gonna
no, I
keep
won't.
on
No, I won't. In
okay,
fact, I need to learn to give the conversation space. I'm gonna mute, and
yeah.
I want you to say
Hi,
what
Spike.
you started to
No,
say.
I just really wanted to like address it because, um, there was a lot that happened, and I only
And it's
know,
still happening.
yeah, and I only know the bit that I know. And it is hard to juggle, and it's hard to juggle for first of all in real time, and also and then with an audience. There's like it takes a lot of whatever the fucking word, whatever what I'm lacking right now to be able to do that. Like, and I think like there were a couple of moments like during the actual like contest stream that where I felt like you took ownership of certain things that I give you props for, and also I think you handled it with like grace, and you were trying to keep it positive, and that is like so like that to me is so dumb. Like I don't know why anybody would want to like pivot into anything else
I don't
except
either.
for
And
for
my
that.
whole goal was community. So the reason I was trying to keep
Yeah.
it positive was I was trying to keep a community vibe, like trying to connect us as a community. And I guess I kind of just automatically by default expected that the people I'm used to working with would also help with that. And it's like they were the ones most working against it.
Mm, yeah.
And so that it's like my team. I did this and I thought my team would be into it, and my team was part of the ones that were making it not community vibe.
Mm,
When they have a track record of easily being able to do that. So that's where the confusion came in. But I do appreciate your perspective. I thought it
yeah.
was a success. Like I am not mad or sad about any of it. I regret that other people had such a negative experience of it, and I did not intend that. Like if I did not know it was going to be that miserable for some people.
You know what I think though that like you can like hone or take from that is that they were passionate about the idea, about the potential, so that's cool, right? If they really really wanted to be part of their idea of what it could have that they
But then
do.
don't fault me. Don't turn around and fault me.
Right, that's the thing where I think you know the and it's easy to I don't know, whatever.
Yeah,
Again, I'm
yeah,
I'm really trying not even to like put any energy into that or any more energy into it. Again, like I just think zoomed out, like kudos to all. I thought it really,
yeah. I think zoomed out. You're right. Zoomed
it
out.
it,
It
it was
probably got an
cool.
A, at least an A
Yeah.
minus.
So that
So
goes for
moving
page
forward,
passing. Yeah.
or unless you have more. I mean, I'm always willing to
And
sit here and listen to praise and gratitude.
well, I just think it's important. And also it was really like super from selfishly whatever the the efforts of people to include me in it really fucking warmed you know, my dark
I
cloud of
wanted you in
heart.
it because I know your creativity. Like we have
Well,
got
I
to
meant at
get
the
this
end, like
this
being part of
fish's
like the
creativity in here. Oh, at the
the
end.
whole,
Yeah.
yeah. Like
That
when
was
I was
people
like,
coming to
no,
me and saying, "Hey,
right, and
we still want to find a way for Shift to be a part of this.
yeah, and
Do you
that
think
really
she'll
moved me. You
co-host?"
know what I mean? Like as much as I was like, it's cool. Like I'll watch. Like I'm happy to do that. And I was getting tagged. Whatever. It just that really fucking again just gave me all the warm fuzzies. So
Well, good. I'm
I
glad you
couldn't,
were
I
there,
couldn't
and I
read
look
that
forward
fast.
to our
Yeah,
morning
and
show
we're
that's
back.
coming up.
What
Our
were you talking
all
about
day
before I came up
morning
here?
show.
What were you talking about? Wait, I saw something. I mean, it was something about humans versus
Oh yeah,
AI.
we
This,
asked the AI. I'm asking the AI like questions about, personal growth and stuff, and then the AI gives me their solutions, and I want to see if the humans give better solutions than the AI. So today is like how you can take feedback without getting defensive. And so the AI has their answer. I haven't read it yet, but it's lined up. But I want to get human contributions to how they do it. Because this morning the humans won. The AI gave me a list of how to build charisma, and then the humans
Hmm.
started to come up and give their ideas, and they blew the AIs out of the water.
What kind of stuff do the robots say?
Oh, the robot said stuff like, breathe and like be aware of your presence and try to emotionally connect with people. And Zephyr came up and said, "Oh, I got a better tool. I create thought forms that turn into brain tentacles, and then if you learn how to manipulate the thought forms, you can use these brain tentacles." That was the AI would have never come up with that. Not Laws came up with some pretty cool stuff, believe it or not.
Sorry, I'm trying to think of how I would react if a fucking robot started talking to me about brain
No,
tentacles.
this
I
was a
think I
human.
would.
That's what I'm saying. The
No, I'm just
human.
no, I'm
Oh,
saying if a robot started to type to me about like, this is what you should do. You should create thought forms and then let your brain tentacles
well, it
do whatever.
might now. If Zephyr ever gets
I
fed
know
into
that's
the
what I'm saying. Like maybe
machine, we
don't
will get
teach
brain
fucking
tentacles.
robots about brain tentacles. It just seems like really, I can't handle that. I can't
Well,
handle the idea of that.
Well, it was a great victory for Team Human. I will say that.
Hi, Daisy. Hi, Sophia Daisy May. I was her partner. How about that?
Oh,
I'm sure you've heard great things. I'm sure you've heard really wonderful things, and here we are. What up?
is there anything you want to resolve around that?
You know
This is
what?
like the.
Actually, here's the thing. I actually just went to. I was right before this. I hopped on Landry's channel and addressed some things very quickly.
Oh, okay. He tried to
Yeah.
get me to go on, but then we had an agreement that I was going to stay off his panel because he keeps kicking me off. So I was surprised he
Oh
invited me
gosh.
on, and I told him no. We told we agreed I was going to stay away, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's right." So what? Anything you want to? This
Oh
is a
well.
stream so like people can give their thoughts on the contest and wrap
Okay,
up
well,
any
so this is what I
issues
brought.
and
This is
tell their
so
versions of
I actually
things,
so
etc.
like I was listening, and again, I was kind of coming in it from like an angle that I don't really. Again, I want to keep it positive, and it really mostly is. Yeah, like I
Okay.
really don't have much to bitch about.
Well, give us the
So, but
bitch,
this,
the little bits,
well,
and then we'll wrap it in a big like cream
well,
puff of positive.
I said it. Again, like this is what I said on Landry. So this is what I wanted to like throw out there. So the element that I thought like could have been addressed more was just like the math of the partnering. So there's like there when you're partnered with an absolute stranger, that affects the team. If you're partnered with your best friend, you it might be easy to believe you have an advantage because you don't have to work out the communication between you two. You like maybe you read each other's minds. Like you have that going on. There's more trust. I think
There
that
wasn't in
because
our case.
well,
So that's what I'm saying. Like
so
that's an
there's that
assumption, but it
too.
doesn't always play out in
Exactly. That
reality
there's
that way.
that. So that was why I went up there because someone made a comment about jumping to conclusions, and it kind of like hit me, light bulb above the head, and I was like, that's I think what kind of maybe I'm understanding, that jumping to conclusions when if somebody does something that pivots from like their expectation of how things are supposed to line up, then they can start making this like narrative or like they're assigning meaning to things that are true to them, but not necessarily true to
And
the truth.
right, and I don't have a problem with that, but in that process, I am somehow being made responsible. And then I'm involved in a narrative that's now being carried around the panelverse. It's fine for them to like judge it by different criteria and notice things, but then to make me somehow responsible for having addressed that and having it gone
Hmm.
their way when none of that was even communicated. It was
Right.
one thing if it would be like, "Hey, here's some ideas on how you can make the contest better," but to not say anything and then start to say all the negative things about how it could have been.
Right. Well, I found
It
out
seems
like
like you're
again,
setting the person up to fail.
yeah, exactly. And yeah. I feel like, I mean, I stopped even like looking at the chat in the contest stream because like every fucking like I didn't know anybody there, you know. Like you know, Spec and Dino showed up, and I was so grateful, you know, for like saying like a couple recognizable names. But then it was just a whole bunch of people telling me like how much I sucked and like fucked over my partner, and I was like, I'm not even
Wait,
gonna look.
what?
Yeah,
No, that's
so
not what
whatever. Just
happened.
again, like
Oh,
I I
you want to
don't.
just do our morning show now, and we can make
No, I
this.
just want to end it.
Oh,
Like I just again, like well, I'm trying to just say, like I understand like what you're saying. It's like the opinions of others that are like bleeding into the reality of it all. And I'm just trying to say that like again, some if y'all to whom it concerns that wants to focus on like
I
their
want to have an open, honest fucking
interpretation.
conversation about the blood and guts underneath it all that happened so I can have the insight I need to process and move on. That's my need in all this.
Yeah, and mine is just like if you don't know, like you don't know. And it's bizarre to me how people that have absolutely there's no fucking way that they know something for sure that are like
Right.
acting like they're the
That's
fucking
why conversation and
like
dialogue
truth
is.
holders. And it's just like I can't, it's not even worth it, you know what I mean? And to be confronted, I keep being get confronted with this thing, and I don't feel like I need to. I'm not looking for this fight. I didn't participate in that in something collaborative to have like conference
Have it
combat.
be conflict. That's
Yeah.
that's a good point because collaborations have turned to that's what's happening. Like how many of these collaborations have turned to conflict? Almost
Mm.
all of them, except maybe Talcott and OTW and Zephyr and TML.
Well, and I'm hoping that again eventually, like
And
it'll,
the opposite was supposed to happen. It was supposed to bring people
yeah.
together.
And I'm like I said, well, I hope that
I mean,
my
my
partner
instinct was
heard
to. I
it.
would never have stayed in if I had known. Like my instinct was to drop out. I only stayed in because that person talked me into staying in.
I don't. Jeff just came up on my like feed one day. I think I really don't know how like I learned about you. I
Yeah,
think
I
I
don't.
just
You
heard
just
about some
showed up one
antlers.
day.
Do I? Yeah, I have no fucking clue.
I don't either. I don't know how most of these people. Some of them came through the Dramaverse. Those are
Yeah.
easy to trace, and some were regulars from the Panelverse. But outside of that, like the random people that they're regulars here that I'm very attached to, like Not Laws, that I have no idea where they came from. They just showed up here and they've been here ever since.
You did follow through. You did follow through. Follow through
Right,
is
and I don't
important.
mind that other people had. It's I don't care if people had a bad experience. I don't care that their opinion was negative. Where I'm drawing the line and where I'm ready to fight is making me responsible for that negative experience somehow. When I did every single thing that was I agreed to do and was expected of me. So
I
don't
thought
set
I
me up
also
as
was
the
doing that.
scapegoat for your negative experience. Own your part of it. That's what I'm here to fight about.
Hmm.
If you had a miserable contest, that's not Jeff.
I'm not exactly sure like what people are complaining about you. Like I said, I can't. So I'm missing out on all that.
Moose had a very different version of our collaboration process than actually happened, and the contest. He had a very different view of the contest. And
Okay.
I don't, we haven't really talked since. I don't know what,
Oh, well, I hope you do. Well, I
I
listened
don't,
to like you how you presented
there's a
the.
lot of distance between us as a result of this contest,
Oh gosh.
and I don't understand it.
Do you want me to react to that, or do you want me to like shush on that?
No, you don't have to do anything. I want you to do
Well, I
whatever
was
you
just gonna
want.
say it sounded like when you like for me like what I heard you when you like introduced that video, it seemed like your role in the partnership was more of like inspiration, and then he was. You know what? It's actually kind of like I feel like it's almost it's very similar to like my partnership. Or again, like I, except for that, I really did do
It
efforts
was,
to like
cause
it was like oh you're just the like oh you're just the inception and then nothing else, you had nothing to do with like the execution of it all, like
right,
or that's
but
what
it
I'm
was framed as a
being framed
complaint.
as.
Like
Yeah.
all I did was this, and this, and like more was expected, but I did every single thing that
Mm,
we had agreed for me to do.
right.
and we were going to have a final review at the end, and that got changed, and I didn't get to give my feedback to make it better. So it's like, this is the final product.
Yeah.
What do you think? I can't change anything. And then, God, I had to do the whole thing by myself. And what did Jeff do? And he wanted all these changes at the last minute that I couldn't make, even though we agreed to have a final review to make those changes. So it became almost a total moose project, and I tried to do all the help that we agreed for me to do, and he kept changing it to where I couldn't do that help. But and I don't have a problem with any of that. But then don't go and say I didn't contribute.
Right. See, that's what I'm getting
That's
blamed
the throwing
for.
under the bus.
That's exactly what I'm being blamed for. And if you saw my partner's video, which I'm not trying to take away from, which I saw for the first time, like after it was whatever. But look, my thing is that I went and I collected contributions for the video from content, from clips where she filmed them like on camera with people, but she would have like made that decision to not incorporate what I was working on. So I wasted all my fucking time doing all this other shit, like getting clips, fucking reaching out to different people, like whatever. Like, so all that got nobody, there's none of that is showcased because it's not in the fucking video that I was never even
Right.
allowed to see.
I tried to collaborate. It ended up being more of a solo project, but then don't fault me for that. That's
That's,
what
yeah, that's what's up. So, but again,
it's
but
like,
like I
throwing me
said,
under the bus as the excuse for the project.
right.
When every
Well,
opportunity to collaborate was taken away from me that we had agreed on. So it
mm,
seems like a setup.
yeah. Anyways, like I just feel again, I, yeah, I get that, Jeff.
Because you had a
I get
similar,
that. It
yeah.
sucks.
And
Yeah,
that is not, when we all met to do this thing, that's not the vibe, the collaborative vibe I was getting when this started. The collaborations were supposed to be fun. They were supposed to bring people together. Like, it was a chance for people to work together, get to know each other, all that stuff. And so I
right.
approached it with that spirit. It
Huh.
wasn't like a big make or break, life or death. It
Mm,
wasn't the Academy Award, anything like that. It was just a fun thing to do among friends. Hey, OTW.
right. Well, it is really interesting now that I like think about
And
it again.
instead of support, I got like blame.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, it is interesting because I really thought, like I said, I was like all inspired by this like jumping to conclusion thing and how like maybe like there was this disadvantage to like the stranger um math, but here you are like opposite, representing the opposite side of the spectrum of like you are familiar with this person. So again, it just maybe is, I don't know, like people just not saying what they mean. If I get told like we're on
Right,
track, I believe
exactly.
it. If I get told we're
Exactly.
on track, I believe it. I'm going to keep doing what I think we agreed on.
Exactly.
That's it.
And
Like I never didn't know that everything I was doing, which I was doing, what I thought I was I
right,
cared
you were
about
doing
it.
what
I
your
cared about
collaborator
it. Yes, I had a
had
fucking
you
migraine,
understanding you
and
were
yes, I
supposed to do.
celebrated your birthday on your panel, and I was grateful to feel good that day. That's what the fuck is up. That I had not felt well and I spent your birthday with you, and I'm not gonna fucking feel bad about that either.
Are they trying to
So
make
it
you?
does. What's that?
Are they trying to make you feel bad about it?
Well, I learned that. I learned that that was a representation of my disinterest in the, and I don't think that's fair. My thing one day, does not take away everything else I had expressed. It
Okay,
does
that
not
is the
fucking
same thing that's being done to me. They're shading you for spending time on the panel as a reason to criticize you for why you didn't contribute in the project.
right. But
This is a
after,
person that's up to no good.
well, no, I don't want to say that. Again, I'm just saying, like,
Why would they do
after
that?
that, there still was conversation, and after we talked about like there being a problem, there was a different problem that happened after that, and I'm not the fucking one that fucking left someone hanging. I was not the one. That's it. But I also didn't bring the fucking drama here. I left it out, Jeff, that was important too. I wasn't trying to fucking paint her anyway. I don't know her. but she had no problem fucking
No, there
whatever.
was some bad faith from the beginning
There's
with her.
again, like whatever. And I saw her video. You know, I wasn't gonna say anything about it because she never cared to ask me about it like when we were partners. But I will give her props. You know what I mean? Like I had and whatever it
Yeah,
is what it
I
is.
like
You
the
know, I
video.
wasn't
I
looking
wish she
for,
had entered.
some enemy. Yeah, she totally should have. Absolutely. Absolutely. But even her dropping out, it wasn't about me. It was about where the venue or whatever. And I could have told her about it being at that venue because I went to the fucking meeting thing that didn't happen. You know?
Right.
And I went to the meeting thing because I still thought that there were like parameters to like the that were going to be discussed, and I wanted to make sure, and it's communicated to her, like stuff like I was like, oh, I even sent in messages to her because I learned at the meeting about like DJM, right? I met her there, and she had her dog there. She was wearing the kimono, and I was like, if we can incorporate these into the video, if there's a tie at the end and you're wearing a kimono, or we mentioned Maverick, maybe we'll get bonus judge points. Like I still fucking cared. You know what I mean? Like I literally had no fucking clue it was gonna play out the way it did, but and I really am not trying to shit on her. I just it feels like there's enthusiasm in her doing that to me. I don't know why, but she wouldn't be the first. So yeah, have fun with that, you know.
Part of it, like a thing, we should do a topic on this, maybe for our morning show, is there's a theme of communication in this. Either lack of communication, not fully communicating, not clearly communicating, and that's part of collaboration is getting that good line of communication going. I'm willing to bet that's what Zephyr and TML had, Talcott and OTW, because their projects, when they worked, they all worked well together at least. Joe Cool and Landry like couldn't even almost be in the same room together. You had your experience, I had my experience, so a lot of this is just the communication wasn't happening for whatever reason. And then people are going around faulting and throwing out blame for why it didn't happen. But people need to own their role in the communication. And I feel like I did my part. Most of it was live on stream.
I really didn't even know there was a problem until it was a problem. I really didn't. I thought and I expressed that privately. Communication is everything. Expression too, and they're different. I think. What's the difference between expression and communication, Jeff?
The difference between expression and what?
Communication.
Communication?
Yeah,
You want to ask the AI? Or you want to do
yeah.
human AI?
I just want some sort of answer, and I don't. Whatever direction you want to go.
I'm going to guess, and then I can ask the AI. To
Okay,
me,
let's hear it.
communication is about delivering a message, just information. Like the cat is in the microwave. You're just telling where the cat is. Expression is like putting something of yourself, and you're not necessarily delivering a message. You're kind of showing something about yourself. The message could be anything. It's the twist or the spin you put on the message. The cat is in the microwave. The cat is in the microwave. Like you could say, you could give the information in all kind of different ways, and that would be the expression part. I think the AI is probably going to say something more
So
concise.
expression is about the presentation. Communication is about the
But
message.
yeah, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find
Okay,
this out right now.
I'm interested. Okay, wait. So this I heard. So I heard this. You know Exiled One? Do you know him, Jeff?
Huh? Who?
Do you know
Yeah,
Exiled
he hangs
One?
out here. Or he's
Okay,
been
and
here
then his
sometime.
wife. Okay, so one time, this has just occurred to me. Let me see if I can get it right. A long time ago, I heard his wife say, Eliza say this. Um, because they were having, somebody had asked him about the like dynamic, like how do you have such a great relationship? How do you keep a relationship so strong or whatever? And Exiled One was like, communication is everything. Communication is key. And then his wife came on the
I don't.
microphone and she said, communication is very important, but it's not the most important. understanding is. Because if you could talk at somebody, but if they're not absorbing and understanding what you're saying, it's a whole bunch of noise.
Like this guy. He plays guitar.
Hello.
Have you heard his noise? It's good.
Yeah,
Welcome.
I play guitar.
Oh
And
my God! I've
speaking of
never heard a
guitar,
Canadian person talk like a black man. I play guitar.
speaking of playing guitar, you guys ready for the 17th of December?
I'm not. Oh no, y'all have fun with that. I will catch it on the stream. Are y'all doing? Are you hosting it?
Yeah, I think I might as well go ahead and take the reins and
Yeah,
organize
I
the
think you
talent
should. You
show.
you um you laid a
Obviously,
good foundation for.
yeah, it's gonna change the title a bit and make it more
Yes,
of
but
like
yeah, do that.
make it more of a talent thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, seemingly it was a very popular thing. I mean, and I have to give it to Jeff, man. Thank you very much for all of how you organized this and how you stepped up and made this possible, man. And I do believe that you deserve all the credit, man.
Well, no, it
Yeah.
was a collaboration. I would say the
No,
same
oh,
thing
yeah.
about you.
You
It would
deserve.
not have been what it was without you and the judges and everybody else involved. So
Right, but it was still your idea. You were the one who thought up of having it over on my show, and
that
you
was one of the judges, but I did like they did manage to sell me on the idea. I think that was the right place to have it.
and I've been hearing like through the grapevines that having it over on my show is like the worst thing. Should have been over at everybody else's show except for mine, right?
No.
Oh yeah.
Well, originally we had
I've
thought
been
Flo stayed,
listening.
but
I've
that's
been
when he was still
listening.
in the competition. Once he dropped out,
No, no.
there's no way he was
I
getting
mean
it.
today.
Oh wait, what?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
What happened?
You guys aren't the only ones been talking about this.
Oh, you mean the whole? Oh, that's why it
the
feels like it
Panelverse
started
is having
war
a
instead of
shit fit.
peace.
Oh
The
yeah.
whole Panelverse is reviewing and going over and spinning out the
Right.
storyline, including me. I'm up here doing the same
Well,
thing.
yeah, but that's all right. It's your show. It's normal that you'd want to, have the the aftermath of it all. It's normal, I think. And at the same time, I guess it's okay. I mean, as long as they talk about it, you're not talking about anything else. So it's another positive thing.
That's right, and it's building buzz for the next one too. So this could build a regular audience.
And I
Well,
also,
OTW, maybe for yours, if you do it, like maybe do something where there's like categories where it's like AI generated, blah, 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 versus, like live on camera stuff. So there's like
that's an
a,
idea. Yeah,
yeah,
maybe like let's say four different categories,
yeah.
and each category people will submit their videos.
Because kind of similar to like what the machine lives did, maybe there's a category for like, snippets from live streams too, where you pitch your show as like um an entry.
And welcome to and Shift. I liked your idea about an entry fee.
Yeah, well, again, and that like it was really important because that gives faith to your partner that you're there because you're invested, and especially again if somebody
Right.
like
Well, actually,
gets the jitters about it.
there wouldn't be any team ups in the next one. It would be
Oh,
an
it's just gonna be like
individual.
a straight talent show.
Well, if you team up, then you have to say that. Well, I'm teaming up with this person, but it's not.
But it can be voluntary. Like it's not going to be a match.
right. It's not. It's not going to be a criteria. Everybody can play this solo. That gives them all the opportunity to work everyone together. Whoever wants to help who and do whatever who. Right. So it's. I think it would be better off that way. No teams.
How many contestants you think you're going to have?
I have no idea. I'm going to start promoting this tomorrow. I took the day
okay.
off today because I didn't get my day off yesterday.
I'll promote it here if you want. Just send me whatever you have that you want
Well,
me to
well, this
circulate.
also could be
We'll
something
talk it
to
up.
consider. Maybe for you, Jeff. Maybe
What?
since it's the end of the year, you do like a best of like 2025, like end of the year award show instead of a talent show.
Well,
Where again,
NPC does that already. He has
oh, I
Right,
don't know
yeah.
who that
Panelverse
is.
Awards.
Who's
Yeah.
NPC?
NPC
He's
the game.
Gabriel
Gaines.
Trap House Gaines.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
That's
was
cool.
I was
Never
a
mind.
nominee last year.
Hey TML, what's up, man?
Yeah,
Yo,
this
what's up?
guy might have some ideas too.
Oh
You're
yeah,
welcome.
I gave Jeff a whole constructive criticism. Maybe I'll read that here. It was actually like I wrote a good paragraph.
Yeah, and
You
I
know,
agreed with everything in it.
yeah, it's like four points. I think it was pretty good. I don't remember where the fuck I put this. Oh yeah, okay, so here it is. So I said some critiques about the award show. That may help improve for next time. I said make the rules clear, right? So
Right.
that's a problem I experienced, right? Because
Yeah.
I wrote the day of. There was no discussion of time limits, no anything. So I was actually wondering, I didn't know it was gonna be like an AI video contest or whatever, right?
It didn't have to be II, but the presentation had a time limit on it. But
Right.
that
And I
I'll take responsibility for that. That
and I'll take
ultimately that was on me to
responsibility
communicate clearly.
and I'll take responsibility for kind of like fucking up your presentation too. It's like that was my. I should have played like the exact part
No,
that
it's
you
all good.
wanted me
No,
to play.
in all reality, like you can't really judge like 10 minutes out of like a full presentation that's about several different topics. All right, so I don't know. All right, so that's the other sort of thing I had is that have the judges who are competent, right? They have channels that have a higher ranking than the contestants, right? Like people like Joe Cool and Paul Enslaved. Like those people have a higher rank. You know what I mean? Like those people have already produced high ranking channels. So it'd be obvious that they like don't judge me and Marathon Kev, like what have they done? You know what I'm saying? Right? Like is more like the real question. So that people are like, because then it wouldn't be a question over who the judges are, because it'd be like, all right, well, these people are higher ranked
It
just
would
by
give
YouTube.
credibility to
Right. Right.
yeah.
Right. It would give a lot more credibility. Like usually like on like American Idol or whatever, like the
Yeah,
judges
yeah. I
themselves are
like
like
your idea there.
producers.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, they're
that's
like
good.
record producers. Yeah, like they produce like like Randy Jackson produced like Mariah Carey. Right. So people take his advice seriously or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Right. So
Right. It gives them
And
credibility as a
I
judge.
want to point
yeah.
out we have a victor on the panel tonight right now. One
Yeah,
of our
I can't
champions,
stay
Mr. Joe
long.
Cool.
I don't want to be seen hanging around a bunch of losers. I can't stay long.
So, oh,
Some
well, I thought
somebody might see me over here, man, with all the losers, man. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Joe Cool should have said that before the show started because
these
of his
losers made you what you are, Joe.
because of his
I
videos.
love you niggas.
Like
You know I'm having
his videos already established is what I'm trying to say. Like Paul and Slave video already established. I'm right. Like and then I said
I
make
saw
sure
your
that the
Paul
point.
would make
judge.
a great judge.
I saw TML's point. However, I don't know if Snow makes shit and DJM, and they turned out to be a couple of highlights. Fucking DJM taking it serious with that ditzy shit. That was a winning combination. And Snow, she took it very serious in that little tiff that her got into with Jeff. As much as it probably shouldn't have happened, it was kind of cool.
See,
All
see, I
parts
Had
missed
we
all
joined.
that,
not
Joe. I don't know
had
what
we
you're
not
talking about.
chose
It,
them,
it was. It was entertaining to see
Oh
like a
my
judge go at it with the
gosh.
Yeah,
whole.
a
Oh my
contestant
gosh.
go after a
No, but
judge.
where
Oh.
was this? Was this on the show that
it
I
was
was
on
on?
the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was
Yeah.
right after they argued. They
She
had
was.
a.
I think it
Oh
was
yeah.
your video. We were waiting for her to score it, and she wouldn't show the number. I'm like, "Can we
Oh,
get the number?" And then she
I
caught an
think I
attitude
like
with me.
yeah, somebody muted me on the panel, and then I just left and stopped watching, like or whatever.
Oh, that was Landry because he had the keys.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I
Oh,
thought I
I
thought
wouldn't
that
have
they were
muted you.
great.
So
I thought they were great judges too, and I
It's
think
so
that
good.
anybody can like represent the audience experience, of content. So I don't
But we
think
can't
ranking.
disregard what TML said, though, right? I'm sure we'd have had advantages had we had people who were skilled in those areas, given their critiques as well. TML is also
Right.
right. Maybe
Like
perhaps we need both.
it's
well, Joe
or
Cool, you have a pretty big channel yourself. You
And
yeah,
should
I
make
maybe if
added
they
a lot.
reviewed
I could be a judge on something. Yeah.
yeah,
you
maybe if they
judge
even
judge
reviewed the
worthy.
videos, right? Or even if
Yeah.
there was equal partnership in the contributions. Like I've seen like Cynthia come in here and be like, I just hand the video over to Shift. And I'm like, wait, was she not involved in making the video?
I
Yeah,
told
we
you
Like,
just
she.
talked about that.
I,
That
yeah, it's
came
kind of
up with several of
stupefying.
the teams.
And then
wait.
I mean
Okay,
then
I'm
one of
sorry.
the judge the gay dude was like, oh, she called me a dude, so
I think it
I'm
was
gonna change the
trans.
score.
Oh,
Yeah, but whatever. I mean, right? It was low, like low level shit.
me.
Like, oh, I got emotionally upset, so I'm gonna change the sport. So you need a competent judge. I mean, like
Yeah,
not somebody
yeah,
who's
yeah.
emotionally like
A professional judge.
retarded.
I think
Uh-oh.
expectations need to be
Adjusted.
like yeah, but I also thought again, like for you specifically the machine lines, because of the like what your project was, that there could have been like more focus on your collaborative efforts with your partner, because it
I hate
seemed like it was
Timberwolves.
like really complex. And
He
Yeah, like
needed
we
a
put it
cat
all
yeah,
like
together.
me.
Like we put all the research together from the ground up.
right,
Like we met
so
and like
that
we shared articles and stuff. So like ours was a
yeah,
true collaborative project
yeah,
where it was
that's
like,
what I think could have been, or what the people were missed out on, you know what I mean?
You
right.
needed a cat like me too, TML, who could package it for you. I can take long shit and package it shortly. Um, for those who
Now the
are
AI
not going to
can.
watch the long one,
Well, I
or
remember like Joe Cool. Joe Cool and What's Up Cynthia came up one day, and I was talking about the system's neatest trick by Uncle Teddy. So I was
uh,
just reading like a word, discussing it. So that's more like how my show goes. So they've been to my
I
show. They
understand.
know what the deal
Yes.
is.
And I personally, I don't have a problem with that shit. I'm an egghead. I like that type of shit.
Right,
And I
exactly.
could package it for an audience because I know what the audience would like. I think I could have helped you package up something where people would have understood and still got your point across without losing what the content of what you were saying. And Jeff, you said that you guys talked about synth and shift. Cynthia pretty much doing her own thing and handing it to Shifty. I can't get shit out of Shifty. Won't talk about it.
Yeah, and then you and Landry had that today.
Well,
Where
Yeah,
it's like he's using your video or whatever, putting music over it, and you're
I
saying, well,
wanted
that's
to
not
cover.
really. That's not really how I made the
I
video.
wanted. I
Joe, were
wanted to
y'all really
cover.
fighting, or was that part of the bit to make the
No
video
bit.
work?
No bit. I
That
realized
was
now.
real. That
so
I am
because
a
it
difficult
went so well
dude.
with the video.
I was so
so
angry.
the original thing was collaboration. It wasn't we had to half work on the video equally.
Right.
So when for people to say, well, Joe and I were the only ones that we actually edited, the other one they just came up with the idea and then Moose edited. The whole thing was working together. The original idea was created between Shift and I. So I
That's why I'm
Wait, hold
wondering
on.
how
Let me
much
say this.
collaboration
Let me say
occurred.
this. Let me say this, Joe. When you were on Jeff's panel, Joe, and I was here, and we had that little like one on one. He gave us the screen time. I
Yeah.
was collecting content there for
right.
the contest. I did not know that
So,
that was like completely pointless because
so
she'd already filmed.
if you go
Because
back and look at the messages,
she had already filmed with you. I did not even know
if you
that. I
go
had
back
no
and look at
fucking
the messages,
clue.
so if you go back and look at the messages, I did tell you twice. I think I have all what I need, but we need to
That for
talk.
your part, for your part.
Give me a
I
second.
still was
Let
working
me
on
go
my
ahead.
part. I still
That's
was doing my
How
part.
did
hilarious.
I know what your
I don't
part
feel
was?
so bad now.
I know, right,
This
Jeff?
Yeah,
helps
you
more than
guys are
anything.
making me feel so much better.
I
Do
don't
you get it
Keep
though?
this going.
I said I need to talk to you. I have all you need. I have all
You
you need.
said you have
I
all
need
you need, but you also said you would send 5 questions. Never got that. Like
right.
Cynthia, but you're just making it seem like I fucking ditched you. That didn't happen.
I'm not saying you ditched me.
That's
You
exactly what
said
she
You
she
made
was
the
an
told me.
idea.
invalid.
No,
No, she
you
told
made.
me
Oh my
she
god, you
fucking
made the
ditched
That
her.
idea.
Joe
Okay.
confronted
Oh
me
my
on the
god.
content stream. All these fucking
Let me
strangers are
finish.
fucking with
Hold
me
on.
about fucking you over. I didn't do that. I kept my
Far
mouth
enough into
I
shut.
feel
that
like
I
Joe
can't
wants him to
finish.
fight. Like,
We had the
like straight up.
conversation on Sunday.
Wow.
You and I did not communicate again until Wednesday. We already established what we were going to do. Then you started sending me messages that you were sick. I was like, no problem.
Oh my word. Jeff,
But
Okay.
whatever.
she's
All
saying
right.
What?
that
So
y'all talk
I was
Sunday and
trying
you
to
didn't get back
communicate.
to her till Wednesday. That is a big deal. It's only
Right.
like 6-day competition. If you
So
took 4 days away, she's got an argument that you
I
ditched her.
kept her in the fucking loop. I kept her in the fucking loop. And I
no,
was communicative with her after the fact.
I
Like
love
again,
your
it's
fucking
so
voice, Chef.
silly.
You should have been the one narrating y'all shit. Next
Oh,
segment, we're
here's
gonna
the
call
thing.
Jeff.
Joe Cool.
Talk more.
Wait. Here's the
you
thing.
were
How about
supposed to
this? I
be
was supposed to be
the
the host. I was supposed to do the host voice for the
what
fucking
were you
dating
going to
show,
do
which was my idea.
That would
We
have
were
been
gonna
great.
record
Instead
over
of
the weekend.
snafu?
Yes,
We
you
were
were
supposed to
supposed to be
record
the
over
host.
the fucking weekend, and you were done with the fucking
Yes,
videos.
because
Suck my dick.
no,
Shut up. this noise. Don't have Joe Cool come fuck with me because you're lying to him.
So
Oh
what I'm
my
hearing
I got
is
you,
gosh.
Shift. I got you.
it wasn't Shift that dumped Cynthia. It was Cynthia that dumped Shift.
No, it wasn't that. Y'all aren't even allowing me to speak.
All right, no, go ahead. Let her
All
let
right,
her have her
let's
say.
mute because I can't
Yeah,
stand.
Joe,
I'm gonna mute.
let her
I'm gonna
talk.
mute because I know I'm gonna laugh.
All right.
Okay, well, whatever. I don't care about you. You should just drop.
Cynthia, say
So
say
the
your
point
thing.
is, by Wednesday, I was like, hey, I think we have all we need. We are on track. We had already established what we were going to do. When she came down with, I'm sick, I can't open my eyes, I was like, all right, forget it. She can't go ask the questions. I'm going to come up with the questions. I'm going to find the contestants. The original idea was that we were going to come up the questions and we were going to just run around and ask y'all the questions and then edit it in then later. However, she became sick and couldn't do it. So Wednesday, she was like,
Bullshit.
I have the you want to just pull up the DMs?
This is fucking
I don't
crazy.
share DMs
That's
personally. I
what
know
Yeah,
I'm
you
yeah.
do
yeah,
though.
it's not even that major.
Wait, hey, hold on a
I
second,
know,
Jeff. What day of the week was your birthday on, Jeff? What day of the
Thursday.
birthday?
Thursday.
Okay, it's
Yeah, and
Thursday.
my birthday should
So,
have nothing to do with this.
well,
So
that was the
don't
day
hold
that I
that over
felt
her.
better. I felt better on Thursday, and I was on your
Right.
panel, and I pissed her off. I learned that like an hour
Right.
ago.
And so while you were on panel, so while she was on panel, I sent a message and said, hey, do you
I
have time
saw
to
you in the
talk?
fucking chat, and I
And
addressed
right,
you.
and
Get
she
the fuck
never
over
responded.
it.
And she never
I know
responded
I
to
said I'm on mute, but
anything.
this is too
And she
funny.
never responded. So I was
Is
like,
this a
all right.
project?
So Friday, and keep in mind, every single Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I am working on this project. I'm calling people. I
Yeah,
reached
me
out
too.
to
I sent the
nine
idea, the
people.
name of the fucking show, the cat lady character, all that shit. Mine. You're
Did you
welcome.
not
Fuck
see the
off.
costume I bought? Did you not see the costume I bought for it? It's
I
one
just
thing to
assumed
have
you super glued a bunch of
it's
cat
an
toys to
I
your fucking sweater.
it's an I one thing to have an idea, it's another thing to execute it. We can all come up with ideas, but only real workers know how to get it
The
done.
only thing you sent me was the fucking little 10-second thing of your fucking What's Up Cynthia network. That screams collaboration, bitch.
You were so
Fuck
busy
off.
sick. You were so sick. You were sick. You could barely
Just stop
open your
it. Just
eyes.
be fucking
No,
nice and
no,
just
don't
fucking
sit
just
here and get
shush.
mad.
Just
But you make
fucking be
every excuse my
grateful.
eyes hurt. I can't open them
Damn.
up.
Tell
I'm
your
sick. It's
fucking like
Jeff's
little
birthday.
fucking
No, you
friends with
take
their little
ownership. You
troll
were not
accounts to leave me the
interested in the
fuck
project.
alone.
You were not interested in the project. You
Get
didn't want to do it. You
fucking
wanted to do
bent.
other things.
Shut the fuck.
So
I went to the
you
fucking
can't handle that.
meeting.
And
I
I don't
fucking
have a problem with that.
I would have
It
told you
still
about it
got
being on
executed.
OTW's
It
channel
still got
if you were
executed. It
fucking
still got executed because when
Oh,
you
I
you
have
did.
to
dropped
pee
the
so
ball,
Oh
bad.
I ran
Lord,
with it.
whatever.
When you dropped
Cynthia,
the ball, I
Cynthia,
ran
you're
with it.
amazing. Your
Yeah,
video was
when you dropped the ball,
exceptional.
You
I
said
I
ran
your
was
with it.
video.
wowed.
Could have been better. Could
I
have
wish
been
I could have
better.
heard it better. I would have given you input on the audio, but I didn't have that
Yeah,
opportunity.
you couldn't because
I wish you
that's
didn't drop out
you
because it
should have
shows
finished the
that you
post.
can't follow through. But I
No, I
thought that
don't
your
think so. I
short
think
was
we just
dope as
learned
fuck
that you didn't
afterwards.
take it
I thought
serious.
you being in the chat
You
the whole
didn't
fucking
take
time
it
of the
serious. You
contest,
weren't
making it
interested.
about
You
you,
just wanted to
shows who
sit
the fuck
around
you
and have
are.
a good
And
time
I
and then show
blocked
up at
you,
the
and
award
that's
show
it. Bye
and get
bye.
credit for nothing. You came up with the idea, but you did not execute it, and you're not taking that into consideration.
Oh,
Regardless if we
oh, okay. Did I send you
regardless
clips of all the same, all the contestant shit I fucking gathered was in vain? Like
This but
you
Ship was still
whatever.
working after the
if I make
competition was
I
over. She was
no
still looking for
before
shit.
no Joe.
if
I
I
sent her.
make
Look,
a
I went back.
Yeah,
I
because she
looked
was
for.
even on my panel getting me and no,
Yes,
that was
yes.
Cynthia. Hank was
No, no,
gonna
no.
do it.
No, I went back because I knew that. Look, I told her. I said we can get clips of like things like Jeff dancing, him rubbing his nipples, like so the questions of the host would have been like do a sexy dance. You know what I mean? I had a fucking idea of what the hell I was looking for. I had to go find it.
Oh, that was still during the competition, right,
Yes,
Shifty? That
during
was
the
still
comp.
during it.
Yes,
Okay,
Joe.
when me and you talked,
Yes.
yeah. But by then, your roommate was still already
She was
spreading
already done with
rumors
the
that you
fucking
had
video.
abandoned.
I rigged the chat
You
votes.
stop
She was already done. I had no idea. I wasted my fucking time.
That's
And
so
here's the
funny.
thing, and then just to listen to her just try to fucking like boo-hoo about it, and everybody's coming at me like I fucked her over. That's so shitty. I don't fucking know you. I don't know how you usually are, but this was like not a great first impression, and I'm sure you feel the same about me.
You sent
She
me
has a
clips on
reputation.
the 16th. That was
Yeah.
yesterday. That was Sunday. And you thought I was going to be able to work those into a video? You
Oh,
don't know how editing works.
Yeah, it
I
takes
sent you. I
days.
sent you the clips after the
But
fucking
all
meeting
of
because
that's
I didn't know.
communicate. Like y'all could have talked about all of
Wait.
this.
I went to the fucking meeting because
Right,
I didn't know
Jeff.
if there was going to be bonus rules and shit. That's why I said, oh, we should sprinkle in the thing about the Maverick and the kimono to get bonus judge points. I still fucking was caring about this shit. I sent all the clips in you in one fucking thing. I didn't do it piecemeal, but like whatever. I did it. And then again, after the fact, it was still, I could be the audio of the host or the call in shit. Like, you fucked me out of all that. I don't care. I'm over it. Don't I sound like I don't care? I don't fucking
Yes, after
care.
contest
This
therapy.
is
That's what
so
this is. Welcome, Caro.
stupid. Just fucking listen to me, Cynthia. I acknowledge your efforts. I'm sorry you had a negative experience about this, but like, don't fucking try to fuck with like my work ethic and shit because there was miscommunication and misunderstanding. And Joe, that's not fucking political, bullshit. That's exactly how it was. That's all. That's it. There's no more misunderstanding, miscommunication. The end.
Well, dog it. Hold on, I got some phone call. Hold on.
Oh, and I got to pee. Should we do an intermission?
Oh yeah, play a video.
Oh, are y'all could chat if it's you know keep it. Save the fighting for when I get back. I guess is
I
the
agree
point
with
I'm trying to make.
TML. Like when he was up there talking and he got muted because Landry had the keys. Why would a contestant have the keys to the host of the show that was hosting? That was one of the reasons I dropped out. Like,
See, look at DJM. Exactly.
Yeah, I
Boom.
gotta say, like Cynthia saw, she saw ahead. Like she saw 2 steps ahead. Like I would have dropped out too if I knew like the judges and shit. Like I would have dropped the
and
fuck
when
out. Like,
TML came up and said none of y'all actually made videos, I was like,
Well, you know what? It was a complete success. I mean, all of us received a lot of clout. We had over, at one point, 122 live viewers, over 3,000 chats.
so
It was an
Yeah.
I
absolute
wasn't
success.
even addressing you, OTW. I don't
Yeah,
know
He
why
can
I
you
wasn't
speak.
addressing you either.
props
What
This
is
is
this?
not
Not
your
an open
panel. He can
panel?
no,
speak.
props to
cut me
Cynthia though.
off.
No,
No,
she's the
props to
boss.
Cynthia
Everywhere
for-
she goes,
She's not
she has to
gonna. I know she's a
control
control
everything.
freak, but she's not gonna come over here in this
No, but
control freak panel
No,
and
she's
try to
an
fight me for
absolute
control.
I'm getting
degenerate
cut
control
off.
freak. Yeah.
I'm getting
no,
cut
but
off
she,
from trying to have a conversation with TML.
but
And
she
it's
actually made a video. I mean, right? Like I like how she made a video that wasn't AI.
right.
Yeah, I think Cynthia. I
Yeah,
think
I
you
made
should.
a video that
100%.
wasn't
regret that you
AI.
dropped out. You had a
100%
chance.
too.
That's what I was
Right.
when he said that about the AI. I was like, yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. Like people were saying, they're just going to use AI. Like you're going to be great because I don't know how to use AI. And I was like, no, they're really going to go hard. Like I really expected great things from these OTW and Jack. And I was like, what? No, it's like nobody um, went outside of their comfort zone. And I felt like this was us going outside
I
of our
think
comfort zone.
Moose and I did a little bit.
Oh yeah, well, y'all's video for the one, in my opinion, it was well put together. It was easy to follow. We understood what was happening in it. We weren't convinced to join the cult.
Well, and also, okay, Cynthia, let me just let me change my tone. I just was like, playing that role. But look, if you want to, like, I'm not saying you want to keep on doing like that, like, algorithm of love thing. But again, you could take the stuff I sent you and do a whole nother episode if you wanted to do it using like clips. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying is that if you go back into our messages, that is what I provided, and that's what I thought that we agreed on and we had a understanding about is that the stuff that you filmed, I provided links to from live streams. So that's all. I really and it mattered to me. Like I really fucking cared. And I said this to Jeff. Like the second that I was on his spinning wheel, I was in. Right before it, I still was like, take me out if you need to. Like, I was like on the fence. But the second I was there, and I couldn't convince you of. I'm just saying. You're a stranger. You know what I mean? I understand that you had doubts, and I'm sorry that I created. Stop giggling.
I'm
sorry
laughing
that
at not lost. Sorry, I'll go.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry if I created like that doubt for you. The way that I expressed myself in our DMs, I thought that I did my part to keep you from because I have like extreme anxiety. So I thought I seated you enough to not have that like, oh shit, I'm getting fucked over by my partner thing going on because that didn't happen. I cared the whole fucking time, like genuinely. And I wish that had been conveyed. And if we had like a time machine to go back, I would do it different to avoid that.
Thank you so much. And I think a lot of people seen it because it was hard for me to pitch these ideas to everybody because not one person knew what I was really doing. I had to get it down. I had to pitch it to 9 different people, and 4 people weren't interested. And it was just like, I don't know. But now everybody's complaining because it was a community building and it's supposed to be working with people. Now they're complaining because I worked with the competition. It kind of made no sense. And I was just like, no, we came up with something too creative for it not to be taken serious. I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my work.
Yeah. Well, and I heard that over, or I either read it or heard. No, I think I heard it from. I think it's the guy that did one of the voice. He did a voice in the video, the Snafu dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard him say on Landry's, and I left that channel. I came over here like a few minutes, after that. But I heard him say this thing. Like, I don't know, again, him or your dynamic, but I heard him mention that you came to him in some sort of like healing something. And I'm not trying to.
Because I was telling him, hey, I don't have a host because he was the last person. Because I kept holding out the host for you, and that's why I kept saying we got to talk. We got to film your part because.
Okay, well, that again, don't like it didn't exactly go down that way. So I'm trying to let's keep. I was ready to fucking do the voiceover. Anyways, my point was I'm trying to just hone in on what I thought I heard was that maybe y'all had friction and you worked with him despite that in an effort to showcase that you have this desire for some sort of healing aspect of it, and that to me was tremendous. That that to me I want to highlight and give y'all props for because that's true collaboration.
He was like the other person I want. So it was you, and then when you weren't thinking, I was like, shit, because him.
Okay, but are you listening to what I'm saying? Like that's the element that to me is most important to express. If that's what happened, if he got involved despite his interest in the contest, if despite any friction with you, that's awesome, and I think that deserves its fucking round of applause. That's all. I'm not bitter that he did the voice or whatever the fuck. None of that. I'm just trying to say that is cool. That is what should have gotten a 10 in the field of collaborative efforts, like in the judging aspect, in my opinion.
Right. So again, I was reaching out. He was the last person. He was not interested. I had to really sell it to him, and I think that he did great in it. The people that I've spoken to have said that he really made the video. Again, I think you would have been great at that too, Shiv, because of your ad lib. I don't want y'all.
Yes, I'm so mad I didn't get to see that.
God, are we healing and having peace all over again?
Yeah, even though each person was only 10 minutes. Holy crap, that looks good.
Is that a steak?
Is that a pizza?
With one hand, like with a single slice pizza.
First of all, where's the meat? I should be seeing big ass pepperonis and sausage slices on there, man.
Joe, that's so insulting.
Well, Cynthia, what again? Like, just for out of curiosity, like, what day? If you're telling me you midweek did this, like, filming or whatever, recording with Snafu, again, you should have communicated that to me instead of me thinking over the weekend I was gonna record my part. You know what I'm saying? I still was working on it and expecting to do that. And every hour on the hour after you told me that you'd hit me up at 8 p.m., you fucking fell off the planet after we come to some sort of resolution. And then the next thing I saw, you're on Jeff's panel dropping out. The fuck?
Okay.
And again, I'm going to tell you the editing part of that whole entire project took 8 hours. And
you're looking for sympathy.
It was a good product.
You're looking for sympathy for me in the element of editing of the host when you didn't allow me to.
I'm not looking for a thing from you, Shift. I'm expecting nothing from you. Actually,
you didn't give me the opportunity to be the host. You were already done with it. Is my point. You didn't express that to me. That's all.
Okay, you obviously are you're safe right now. Okay, we're having a conversation. I'm not attacking you. I'm not blaming you.
Jeff, you turn her up.
No, I already got the blame already.
She's just far from the mic, apparently.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying so hard to have this conversation, and it's so hard.
Would it be easier if I put just the two of you?
No. You should probably
it's pointless. It's pointless.
No, no,
I
no.
mean,
But
I
I
yeah,
think
don't
it's
think it
it's going
is.
way better than it was in
Yeah,
the
you
beginning, and way
guys. I
better
got
than I
back
thought
off
it
my
would.
call. You guys are doing way
but
better.
yeah, TML. I did notice that nobody else made a video, so I also felt like that was not the place for me to exhibit my work. I don't think that it would have been appreciated. I'm not sure it would
Talcott stood in
You
front of a
mean
green
in
screen.
OTW's room, Sent? That's what you're saying? That place?
that whole
I'd
everything
also
about
like
it.
You don't
assume,
mean the contest, clearly. You must just mean you don't like
No,
where it
yeah,
was
like
located, right? Is
Oh
that
no,
what
yeah,
you're
she made
saying?
that
no.
clear.
like
That's
I
why she
assumed
dropped out.
everybody would be making videos on StreamYard. We're on a StreamYard call show. So like that's literally what I thought it was. So maybe I just
No,
misunderstood the
TML, I thought
direction.
it would be more StreamYard shit on that too. I thought I'd see many more clips
Right.
of
Like
people from streams. I thought I'd
because
see more.
we're a StreamYard YouTube show. So I didn't
For
know it was like gonna be
sure
like,
people would be heavy with the stream shit. I
yeah,
thought for
like
sure.
that's
They
literally
were
what I
trying to
thought.
be creative.
I was impressed with all the projects. I guess I didn't have any particular expectations to begin with,
I
so I was
was not
prepared to be
impressed
surprised.
with Jack shit. I was not impressed.
He just, I guess he just looked so good. That's what it was for me.
I shouldn't say I wasn't impressed. If I would, cause as a competition, I wasn't impressed. I looked at it today with Jack on his show, and it's a very impressive piece of work. And the shit he said was very good. It's done well. Some fucker, I guess that was OTW, put like birds chirping. He went all out. Whoever edited the motherfucker. So on its own, it stands, but in a competition, it just seems
Would you buy his
idiotic.
life coaching services
I
as
would
a
fucking
result?
call him behind that shit. I'd be looking for him behind that shit. If I didn't know him, I'd be looking for him. It was
Hey
that
Joe.
good.
Hey
Yeah.
Joe. When were you told about what a shitty partner I was?
Oh my
Early on.
So that's what I'm saying. Cynthia, do you think it's fair that that during the stream
God.
that
She
your
was told,
contributions and
no,
snafus and shit in the contest stream were just
no,
about
she
how
was
I fucked
told,
you over?
Shifty,
Why
if you're gonna
do
ask
that?
a question, you're gonna allow her to answer.
I
Yeah, I
was
don't need
I
to.
was
Hey, I'm the
finishing.
panel host here.
I was finishing
Uh,
my question. I'm just asking her if like that seems fair to her that's what she seeded. I had you coming on me up on the panel and in the chat I had a bunch of strangers, that are fucking saying this shit and misrepresenting me in a negative way in a
okay,
place where like I don't fucking know anybody there.
this what you should shit on Cynthia about, Shifty.
No,
When
it's
me and her
Joe.
wait,
I'm
wait, no,
like,
Wait, let
listen
him
to
say
me.
it. Let him say it.
Stop, be
gee.
quiet. When
Don't
when
shift
I was
people.
doing this shit, I was telling her shit about Landry. My partner's not calling me back. Fucking, I want to choke this guy. Shit that I never expected her to go to Landry's room and say, your partner called me and told me you was a piece of shit who ain't calling him
I
back.
didn't
She
say
did
that.
that.
I did not.
Shifted?
No,
I
Oh.
know, no,
Cynthia
because
did
my
that.
partner was.
Oh!
I had no
I
fucking
didn't
That
who.
say
sounds like something Cynthia would do.
that. He's added
Joe.
it twice,
I
but
might
I
be
didn't
getting you,
go
Joe.
but
over there
that's
and
the
say
type
that
of
your
shit she did.
partner was
I
reaching
wish
out.
that you told me, Joe, that Cynthia told you that I was fucking her over
Oh,
because I
on
would
the
have fucking hit her up right then and there. Because that didn't, and
Uh,
I wouldn't have wasted my time still collecting
I
clips like a
I
fucking
was still
idiot.
trying to be honorable and thought that while the shit is going on, I'm not gonna say anything negative and all of that bullshit. That's why I
Me
only
too,
told
Joe.
Cynthia
Me
I'm
too. I
gonna
didn't
wait.
say.
I would not say on air that Cynthia is having a problem with Shift. She didn't give me the
I
same
had no
consideration.
fucking clue, and I told Cynthia that I didn't tell Jeff anything about the bullshit between her and I because it was none of his
I,
business. You
I,
know what I
I thought
mean?
everybody was just, I didn't hear from anybody. I thought everybody was just happily
Yeah,
So,
I've,
collaborating.
can I
I,
respond now? Am I
yeah.
allowed
I'm
to
gonna mute. I'm
respond?
gonna mute.
Yeah, yeah, you can speak.
So Joe and I were on the phone and he was bitching about Landry and I was
Over and
complaining
over.
about you on the 13th, which was Thursday. And he said, yeah, I heard Shiv say something about it's hard working with you. And he said it as a joke. And I said, oh, I got
Oh,
something for you too. I said, she's sitting over the panel. She's sitting on Jeff's right now and she's not even responding. When I sent the message and I said, hey, do you have time to talk? That
Okay, you're
was
right. So that
hang on. That was
okay.
on Thursday, the 13th. The showcase was in 3 days. If I would have waited all of that time, keep in mind I worked 48 hours last week. I went to church last week. I went to a party last week. I went for 40-minute
Okay,
walk four
okay.
times a week. Like I really put a
Wow.
lot into it and I stayed on track. And I don't and that's the type of person I am. If I commit to a project and somebody on my team falls off, I don't have time to figure out what's going on. They fell off. I got to carry that part too. because we got to finish this project. That's how I work. That's how I've
Okay,
always
okay.
worked.
She was answering your question, Shifty, and she was a
The
bit
13th,
dishonest.
yeah, the
Sorry,
Thursday.
Cynthia. She is telling you about a communication we had on the 13th. I remember that. She was shitting on you already. And I said, I just talked to Shifty. She said it was all your fault. It was clearly a joke.
So
And
then I was well,
she's like, nigga, you lying because she's on the panel. However, you were saying, when did she start shitting on you? Obviously, if we're having that communication where I'm cracking jokes about it, she's shitted on you earlier. Don't let her try and tell you that was the first time she shitted on
right,
you.
but I'm saying like that's the first time I reached out to you to be like, I was still waiting for you to come back to me. I'm still just frustrated, but you're not feeling well. You're getting help. I know that as soon as you're well, you're going to go full head on because you seemed passionate about it. And then I see you at Jeff's and I'm like, oh, she's not even interested. No big deal. I got to keep going.
But you didn't clear that
Every,
with her. You didn't verify with her that that was the
everything
story.
that happened
Very
after that
good,
point,
Jeff.
if you're gonna say that's your truth, then everything after that is insane.
But I
Because
kept
I
telling you I have everything we need. Is if I
no no
keep
no 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 no
you
no 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 no. Do not change it from
no,
I
but
to
I did
we.
ask
When
you.
you say I have what I need, I assume you have the part that we
Okay,
agreed was yours, and I was still
Hold on,
working
Snow.
on what was mine. I never fucking left my responsibilities. I kept on keeping on, and people were still getting in touch with their partners and shit by that time. So as much as
Yeah, we were.
and I
Some of us weren't even paired up by then.
yeah,
people
but we're
during the fucking
if our
meeting, Jeff
was
and that
on
Pero guy like met for the first
The
time or whatever.
Pharaoh
Like
saying, if I keep saying we are on track. I have
you
what we
didn't say
Welcome,
we,
Snow.
you said I, and
Snow up here.
also
Yeah, she's right
Hey.
next to
hi
you, Jeff. Look
Snow.
at you, lucky
Hi
guy.
on the
guys.
12th. I said we are on track, but we'll need to record your part this weekend.
And you
On the
already recorded
13th,
it with
on the
Snafu
13th, on the
or
13th,
whatever.
on the 13th, I said, "Hey, do you have time to talk?" And then
Mm.
said, you said, "Hey, on the 14th, you said I'm going clip hunting today, and we'll be looking
Mm.
out for the footage." So
And
Mm.
you said what,
3 days
Cynthia?
ago, I said, "Hey, I'm still doing the project, and I think I have all I need." And then you came back and you said, "I will send clips. I'll send clips ASAP." And then the next day, on the 15th, is when you sent the clips
In
again.
I
me
think
after
I
the
see.
fucking meeting, because I was waiting to see if there were new rules, and I told you about the Maverick thing, and I told you about the kimono thing. I could have told you that it was going to be hosted on OTWs. I could have told you all sorts of shit.
Well, I have
All
no
right,
idea.
let's let
By that
Snow
time, I
get in
had
a little
already
bit,
left.
guys.
You'd
And
already
I'm
done
running
all
your
those
show
things.
again,
When
Jeff.
you never sent me a script, you could have sent me a script. And look, if you sent me a script and
There
said I
was
need
no
your voice for this,
script. There
and I
was
fucked you
no
over and I never got you back, it's one thing. But don't try to
There's
fucking
no
get points for
script.
me
There was
for
no
you.
I'm
script.
Well, you
glad you
tried
There
to
was
get
opened your
credit
mouth,
for it. I
Shifty.
heard you talking about a script. So what the
there was
fuck?
no script. I came
I'm
up with the three
you talked
questions.
about a
You said
script on
you
Jeff's
sent me
panel
what
and you
I
want credit for it.
said.
I'm trying to fucking just
You
put into
sent me okay.
perspective.
We should never
All
work
right,
together
guys.
again ever in life, Shift. Can we
Okay.
both agree to that and move on?
You
Did we
can
just
agree.
say we
Can
should,
y'all
did we
agree,
agree to that?
Shifty in particular, to let her get more than one word out because your mic is way stronger than hers. She gets one word and you start talking again. And hello, Snow.
Yes, hello,
What's
Hi.
up?
Snow.
Nice
Good
no.
to see you guys.
You
Hey,
too.
Good
you.
to see everybody. I'm
I
just
don't
like on
look
my
that
break.
sexy sitting in my fucking car.
Wait, you're at work?
Freezing.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. I
I'm
thought
just
you were like out of the town.
Snow, one of our great
no.
judges, by the way, in chat. If you
Thank
heard all the shit we're
you.
That's her
talking
work
about,
outfit.
when we were talking about the judges that did such a good, we were talking about I was talking about DJM and Snow. Snow
I
killed it as a
definitely
judge.
gotta
She was
say,
my
like,
contact person as one of the
I like the
judges.
crash out between you and Jeff. That
Here,
That
was
was
let's
great.
let's let Snow have a say.
that was done. That was done kind of intentionally too, because I'm like, let's just make this the serious shit show. Let's just go all the way. Because I had a hard day that day. I didn't even go to work because I seen Cynthia crashing out, and I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like, now what? You know, like we've made it this far. I did not know that Cynthia was going to have this big of an issue with it being on OTWs at all, like at all.
I didn't
In
either. I
my
didn't see it coming.
no, and then okay, so I finally we got the location set. We got 2 raids that came into OTWs. I felt like this was such a good collaboration on every level. Even if Jeff and I kind of butted heads a little bit, I actually looked within myself and said, "Okay, that is true. What Jeff is saying." Because I'm like, I don't think that the collaborators, like, or the people that are in the competition should be helping each other, like with other collaborators. But just like, no, Cheryl, he goes, they should all help each other out. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, and then he gave me the reason why. And I didn't agree to it at first. I was like, but then it hit me. I'm like, you know what? That is what this whole entire project
Oh
was
yeah.
about.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, that's true. They should all work together. That's what's up. That's
I thought
awesome.
that ended up being great. I was so glad to hear that everybody was helping everybody, and I
Yeah,
was
I
hoping
was the
nobody
same way
caught
because I was
shit
going to
over
try
it.
to sabotage everybody at first. And then I said, no, it's supposed to be about building
Right.
community. Let me just help my
Man,
competition if they
I
need it
thought you
and
did
have everybody be
sabotage
the
me,
best that
Jeff.
they can.
I thought you
yeah.
did try to sabotage me. Fucking
I want my,
Landry's
yes, my demon
Landry
came.
says
Competition
that
brings out my demon.
when Landry took my video and sped it up, I'm like, Nuka. I was like really hard. Nuka, fuck is you? And he was like, no, someone else told me that. Fuck you mean? He say, I showed someone else and it was their advice. Hey, who the fuck did you show? He say, Jeff. I'm like, ain't a competition. I'm like, and his advice was to speed my shit up.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was like, I
No,
ain't
I didn't
trust
tell
neither
him
one of you.
specifically to speed it up. I just said whatever footage you have, just do something with that. Like if Joe's not sending, like if y'all are not collaborating more, just use what you have. I didn't give him specific
I thought it was
instructions.
He
great.
said to speed up
You
was
guys
your
did it
idea.
all in 1 week. It was amazing.
I
I
agree.
wish
Yes.
Cynthia wouldn't have dropped out because she would have won.
I
And
don't
then oh
because
yeah, you would
Oh,
have.
Philip, all kind of creative stuff. You should go back and
Positive
watch the
stuff.
streams. I was
It would have.
brainstorming like crazy.
It did come
Especially
out
when
pretty
you
well.
found out you
Now,
did it by yourself and Shifty didn't help. You were a clear shoe
yeah,
in, Cynthia.
I think it did just as good as
that's
it
kind of
could.
bad though.
I
And
think it
hey, we have somebody in the back named Ian Bennett. Does anybody
I
know
don't
him?
know that. I
Don't
was
ring a bell.
Ian, if you
I
flash
don't
your,
know.
you got to flash your camera so I
Is
can see
I
your
know an
person,
no,
and
Ian,
then
I
but
drop
think
your
that
channel
I
in the
think
I
back.
it
doubt
went
if it's
down. I don't think my video belonged there because it was real. I think it was a great pre-show
Um,
video. I
oh
think
okay,
it
I
your
was
did
shit
see a
was too
person.
yeah,
good
y'all
for
And
us.
just
go ahead
wanted
and
to
drop your
have
channel
fun
so I could
test.
see a little bit about you.
I
Y'all
loved
wanted
it,
to
Cynthia.
fun test and laugh and have a good time. I was like, oh, I took this serious. Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
I
Well,
like
Dan,
that you
and you
did the
did it
script.
within. Oh, you did it all within 1 week too, and that was the hard part for me. Was getting everything together in 1 week, and we did it, which was
Yes.
amazing in itself.
All right, I'm
So
gonna
the
bring
other,
on this Ian guy. He's
I
new. I
don't.
don't know anything about him,
okay,
but we'll throw
I
this
got
into
like
the
2 minutes.
chaos.
All right.
Okay,
Okay. Well, oh, you want me to wait? You
I
want
don't.
to do here,
Whatever you
Ian?
want to
If you
do.
can wait a couple of minutes, I'll let Snow finish up, and then I'll bring you on.
Thank you. So the other part I want to say, like, okay, about the judges. So what happened was DJM's like, Cheryl, you got to figure out what to do. Like, you're in charge, like, of the judges, like, in that area, because, like, I have contacts and stuff. So
Right.
how I planned on doing this was I I was going to be like the fly on the wall, kind of seeing how everybody was working well together, just from a standpoint of what I've seen on all the panels, right? That's what I was judging off
So
of
you were like going
mainly.
around spying on all the panels and collecting data.
Listening in my ear, not
Yeah.
collecting data, just seeing how well people are working together, or if they're even working together, or if
Very
anything's getting
good.
done, and
Very
making
good.
sure that Jeff's doing his job, everybody's doing their part,
Wait,
right?
what?
So that's what I was doing.
That's the
I
kind
didn't
of
hear that.
judge I want, man. You're doing the
see,
extra
see
Okay,
what I'm
mile
talking
shit.
about?
okay, so I know we could. I've been dying to talk to you guys about this stuff. And then so the other part was DJM. She was there for creativity on all of the, all the panelists, so, or the creators. And then I needed a judge that was going to be funny, outspoken, very entertaining, funny, and also speak truth, like, and hit them hard, kind of. So that was Kev. But my
Oh, I
first
thought
pick
it was me.
was, and well, Jeff, remember me and you, we were thinking Dennison, but he didn't get to me in time. So I was
Dennison
like,
would
I
have
have
given the
to
truth,
hurry.
right?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Dennison gives the
And he's so
unvarnished
funny.
truth.
And he's good. He's good.
I,
So I was like, dang, I can't get in touch with him, but I have to make this happen. So I got to move on to the next one, So I asked Kev. Kev said right away, yes, let's do it. I'm like, awesome. So then I'm like, dang, I asked Rude Mud Crowd was my first pick because I needed somebody that was going to be vicious,
he didn't want to do
mean.
it.
Jeff.
He couldn't do it because he had to
Oh,
work, and his Sunday nights are his Mondays. So where he's living, so I was like, dang, who next? And 2 days later, I'm like, it's got to be Neve.
Nave
But I
is
had to have
the
all my ducks in a
female
row before
rude.
I
Yeah.
before I before I had approached her, because 2 days prior to that, like, it was just all like kind of in a rough draft area, like where we're gonna go. Like, I wanted to be able to answer all these questions, so I got all my ducks in a row, so that way she would know if she wanted to do it or not. And her part in it was being like the basic Simon Cowell, like the villain
She
of the.
killed it. She
yeah. Well,
killed
Yeah.
it.
she was good. Her and Kev both. I
Yes,
think
Hmm.
they set
Kev
a
killed
They
it.
standard
did
for
great.
judging.
Fucking Snow and DJM. I had no idea that DJM was that fucking dead seat. It was the
He's
greatest shit in
so
the
Oh,
world.
fucking
hey,
cool.
Ian,
He
are you
was
there?
bought. DJM was
I loved
bought.
it.
Ian Bennett, you're live.
Ian, hello.
Hello.
Oh, what is this background? What the hell?
Oh,
That's
that's my
scary.
overlays, so I can vet you.
That's scary, bro.
Oh, it's our demon
I'm
trolls to
scared.
keep out the trolls.
Demon trolls.
Are
It,
you legit?
I am legit.
What's up? Where do you come from?
I'm from Ohio.
Oh, I meant like
oh,
YouTube, uh,
YouTube.
zip code.
I mean, I was like, listen, I like a lot of drama videos. I think they're pretty
Ah,
funny. Just
yeah,
as like an
yeah.
observer.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
did you watch the competition we're talking about?
Oh, no.
I did not. Do you have a link to it? I'll put it
No,
in
no,
my
no,
watch
no, no.
later.
Oh,
Oh,
it's all over the internet now.
I didn't
Um,
think you did. I was just
and
wondering.
there's someone that. Well, I guess he left. Never mind.
I was just
He's
wondering if what you heard was us talking about a certain competition. I assume you hadn't seen it, but something gave you interest and made you want to speak. I was
Mm.
curious. What is it that caught your ear?
Just said there's a bunch of people on here actually talking.
oh.
Stop it.
Yes.
Oh, like a real conversation and not a bunch of
Yes.
fighting.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Nigga, that's all we've been doing is fighting.
I know, and
Till
that's the other
Snow
thing that
came
was
up.
planned. Like, seriously, I knew the next day it was going to be even a bigger shit show than the frickin' contest.